Good morning, and welcome to another episode of the Daily No Nonsense Crypto Minutes. Today, I want to talk about a very hot topic in the crypto space, something that's kind of just been taken over, if you will. NFTs. What's the question? Well, what are NFTs? Non fungible tokens. Question like that's not a normal type of speak that people say, fungible, non fungible, but it's not really that complicated. Just sometimes people use words to complicate things. Well, kind of can see here examples of fungible, non fungible tokens. So we have the dollar. Think of anything that's fungible, it could be exchanged. So fungibility, to able to replace or be replaced by another identical item. Every dollar you give, if somebody gives you $1, you give them back the same dollar, you're not gonna have a problem with it. It's the same thing. It's interchangeable. Same thing with Bitcoin or Ethereum, individual stocks. But then you have things that are non-fungible, like CryptoKitties, one of the first types of non-fungible tokens that were created in the crypto space. Art like the Mona Lisa, a house. Houses. They're all types of non-fungible assets. But then, so what does that mean in the crypto space? Well, for NFTs, basically turning data into intellectual property, and it can have many use cases. From as far as one of the most popular things now is digital art. You have songs or music being put on the blockchain. VR games, like buying like little things in games, whether it's land or a specific picture or something that your avatar in your virtual VR game may wear, like maybe a certain shed. I mean, it could be anything in VR that people can buy and store. Trading cards, games, domain names that are like censorless, that you don't have to, that aren't up to the traditional standards, but have their own like decentralized standard. Social money, community tokens. If you're part of a community, they can create. There's NFTs where that can be used for the currency of that particular group or meeting area. And then in the future, you may even start to see stuff like deeds and titles or ownership right being recorded to the blockchain. I mean, all this stuff is things that are being recorded to the blockchain, so it's able to be recorded. It can be seen in the public, and there is no question of who owns it. Think about with art. If you buy a Mona Lisa, you don't know 100% that that's legit. But if it's tied to the blockchain, if the metadata is tied to the blockchain, where okay, well, this is the original. This is the date it was created. This is how much it was initially sold for, whatever the case may be. All the data is on the blockchain. So that's the power of NFTs. And you just think about like a lot of the artists out there who may be artists, musicians who normally have to go through all different types of middlemen or different types of services or structures to try to sell their creative things that they're creating. Well, now they could just go write and create their own things, put it on the blockchain and sell it, and people that have always wanted to participate in their in their favorite artists unique art, now they could do that via NFTs. I mean, so it's kind of just changing, paradigm changing, is just changing the dynamics of how business and how industries normally do business is now changing because of this particular NFTs and the ability to now take stuff in your own control. So just kind of go down just a little more. Fungible versus non-fungible. A fungible token, like we talk about dollars, interchangeable. Non-fungible, not interchangeable. It's unique, can't divide it. And these are some of the different protocols on the ERC name, which is for the standards for the Ethereum network. And here you see, like in the early days of crypto, like I say about the 2017 bull market, it was kind of fueled by the ICO initial coin offering movement, which were basically ERC20 tokens that are being offered. And now we're kind of seeing a lot more people getting made aware that they're to crypto because of because of NFTs and the ERC 721 and so on and so forth. Even though now you can participate in crypto because of NFTs and not necessarily know that you are participating in crypto, that's kind of part of the huge draw of what's going on in the NFT space. Now, also, I mean, as part of the hype right now that's going on in the NFT space, I mean, it's not uncommon for pieces to sell to 5 to 7 figures. I mean, as things are kind of moving really fast, and the sales are kind of multiplying every month as far as how much money people are spending on crypto. I mean, on these NFTs. And also, you have to think like a lot of the NFTs that are being bought with Ethereum or so on or Wax or whatever case may be. I mean, you have people that were able to buy. You know, if Ethereum today is 1,600, well, you have people that are buying Ethereum at like $7, $10, or whatever case may be. So to them, it's nothing. It's kind of it could be a status symbol. Like look how much, instead of just having their Ethereum on their wallet, now they can flex with a certain cyberpunk or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to go over a few different sites. This is non-fungible, where you can get a lot of just good information about the different things going on in the crypto space. You can go to those sites. You can find out sales going on. You can see CryptoPunks last 7 days of sales, 14 million. Just kind of go through and just kind of play with some of the different tools that they got in here. History. They have blogs with more information. If you want to find out just different things that's going on. They sell a yearly report. Haven't had a chance to read that, but just a lot of information about NFTs and the history of it, what current use cases, things, all kinds of things that's going on right now. Then you have the OpenSea website. They created the non-fungible token Bible, which is a good read where you can kind of just find out the history of NFTs, how it's being used now, where things are going. And OpenSea is just also a good website. They also have a ways to get started in the NFT space. Then you have Rarible, a place where you can sell your items and also create. If you notice, a lot of the sites where you'll be able to interact or produce NFTs or sell your NFTs, you'll need to connect a wallet, whether that's a My Ether wallet, Wallet Connect. These are all different types of wallets. I mean, you can go into the what is a wallet. We'll actually go into one in a future video. But these different resources allow you to connect your wallet. And your wallet is going to be how you're able to create or sell or whatever the case may be. I wanted to bring up this article because this is somebody who had just recently created a record label DAO and produced some different music NFTs. And you kind of see it. I just wanted to point out here. They talk about the owning an original comes with a few perks. The two most important things being perpetual revenue. All Yola Beats original owners will earn 8% of the revenues on each print sold of the original they own. Commercial copyrights. Mentors of an original NFT receive worldwide non-exclusive except for commercial exploitation, which should be exclusive to the mentor transferable royalty-free license to use. Copy and display of original NFT, including for commercial purposes. This article will be in our show notes, but just kind of imagine now you could buy it, for the artists or fans of the artists, that's with the music that they're creating. You can participate in the economy, or now the music creator can create their own economy based off their fan base or people that want to enjoy their music without having to go to a record label and so on and so forth. So I mean, it's just some of the power, some of the things that's coming to fruition because of this space. Here's a good article by Bankless. These are big, some of the big ETH guys, and they wrote a nice article, and they kind of talk about just some of the different kinds of NFTs, digital collectibles, what these look like, and what they are, some of the history of them. One of the things that makes CryptoPunks so I believe it's the cyberpunks, they're so popular is because all of the metadata is on the actual Ethereum blockchain, whereas a lot of the NFTs after the fact, they may not have all of their data on the blockchain because of the limited space on the Ethereum network. And these were very early created in the NFT space, so they just hold a lot of value. Other types of crypto art that can be created, sold, so on and so forth. Then you have blockchain games like with Mana and Engine. These are all just different. All different types of stuff you could do. In these virtual worlds that there are. This is definitely a good article. Marketplace. We didn't show it, OpenSea, but we will in a second. But we just were at their website for their Bible. They have a lot of good resources there. DeFi, NFTs. I mean, you could actually yield farm, which is basically locking up some tokens to create new tokens. So I mean, have a lot of just different stuff. This is a good article. It will be in the show notes. And this here was Ledger, the hardware wallet creators. They wrote an article, which I thought was a pretty simple, no nonsense article to kind of get just a cocktail party smart convo type of grasp on NFTs. And here's a good website, Crypto Slam, would actually give you metrics and more information. So here they talk about what's the top selling things right now. NBA Top Shots is ruling the game, and it also showing what network or that these particular NFTs are on. So NBA Top Shots on Flow. The rest of these here are on Ethereum. These here are on Wax. Now, one of the things you have to just keep in mind when it comes to the NFT space is that, you know, the NFT is only as good as it's where it's stored, and how, can it be taken down, or will that network go away, or whatever case may be. So a lot of times, Ethereum has the largest network effect. It's one of the oldest cryptos. It has a lot of nodes out there. So I mean, other ones, I believe Flow is a little more centralized, not as decentralized. So I mean, it's just, you have to keep in mind that when you're investing money in these different NFTs, it's like, where are they stored? What's going to be the life of those NFTs? But here's NBA Top Shots, the most popular NFT item, I would say, in the space right now as of March 2021. So there's a cool, you can kind of play around. You could buy moments of the NBA, and these things are moving fast. I'm seeing people, one guy in a group I'm in, he's just recently sold one for 5 figures. He said he was just messing around buying a whole bunch of stuff. But I mean, it's all different types of stuff, and people love their sports, and this is really popular right now. This link will be in the show notes. Here's a guy. He just recently sold his this mask here. This cyberpunk mask, I believe what it is, for 550 ETH. That at the time it was worth $1 million. Here's this guy's Danny. Here's his OpenSea, which we just talked about, his OpenSea art gallery of things that he owns that are for sale. You can kind of go through and play around. That's also in the show notes. And then kind of what I just talked about before with that other page about where your NFTs are stored. This is a good article from CoinDesk. CoinDesk also has an NFT space where you could just look up all their NFT articles. But here they're just talking about, where's your NFT stored? Like, what's going to be the life of your NFT? So it's a good article to read through, and just to get some more understanding of NFTs. And then one of my favorite sites, of course, we've gone over a few times in our daily crypto minutes, is the CoinGecko, which actually has an NFT section where they can see the total market cap, the trading volume. In the crypto space, usually Bitcoin has all the market dominance. Well, in NFTs, Engine Coin has the most market dominance. You can see the price, how they're trending. You can actually go in here if you want to get more details, visit the website, so on and so forth. I mean, it's got all the information here for you to do that. So like I said, this is just one. We'll definitely have more informative videos coming out about NFTs, but I mean, it's, we couldn't cover it all in one video. And with this video, we've only scratched the surface of what it is, what it can do, and where it's going. So definitely hope this video was helpful for you. Hope you were able to get a basic understanding and some type of a foundation in the NFT space. From here, definitely, if you have anything you want us to go over, info@thecryptocraft.com. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and until next time, have a good one.